Hello, it's me again. Welcome to another episode of the Golden Spirit Homestead. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's well and having a wonderful day and feeling blessed like I am. All right, guys, like you know, I've been trying to find more content to put on my page, so I got another project here at home. Um, when I'm unable to get up to my property up in Seligman, uh, I do have stuff to do here. So what we're preparing ourselves for is our garden. It's time to get the garden in order. So let me show you around the yard and show you what we're going to be doing. This is our first garden that we had. As you can see, I kind of already started pulling up old crops and plants that dried out of it. What I'm going to do is this little border, this little wooden border just had seen better days. So what I'm going to try to do is try to upgrade that. I got some wood left over from the fence project, so see what I can do to kind of make this area look a little bit better, and also again functionality. We have dogs, and we just got a little puppy, and he tends to want to walk through this. So what I'm going to have to do is try to maybe put a little fence not too high around it, so that we can lean over and garden, but at the same time it'll keep the pets out. All right, so that's one little planter box, and then we'll go over here to the other one that I'm going to have to work on. And then we do have like these little planter boxes here. I don't know what happened to this one. It broke, but I'll get that fixed. I got to work on that. Pull the weeds out of that, and then we'll put flowers in those. But we won't be planting anything today. We're just getting ready for planting season. Here's another one of my planter boxes. So this is dried up lavender. That, I'm not sure what that was, but this right here was my okra plant. As you can see, it's still budding a little okra, but it's starting to get cold, even for Phoenix. When it get cold, I don't think okra grows too well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I'm going to uproot it because it's still green, or put it in the other garden and see what happens to it. See if it'll last or not. But this is another planter box. Just got to kind of get it ready and decide what we're going to plant in that. And then over this past, I guess, like during the summer, beginning before summer, I got these two. I got this one and I got that one. And the idea with this is I got to get these ready to get going this year. So what I'm going to have to do, I don't know if you can see over there, way back over there, it's a dirt hill. I'm going to go and get buckets of dirt and try to get at least, I want to say about 3 to 4 inches of dirt on top of the rock that's already in there, and then I'll put soil. I'll go to Home Depot and buy soil and put it on over the top of that before we start planting. So I got to get this one prepped. Got to get that one prepped. So it's going to be a lot of trips over there to get dirt and lowering it over the fence and trying to get this going. And then of course that's again one of our little planter pots that we put flowers in. A lot of times, you put different flowers and stuff to bring the bees so that it can help pollinate your plants. And then here's another one of my little planter boxes. All right, so my little projects that we're going to work on today. Y'all know it. Let's get to work. All right, guys. So I got all of my planters done. Obviously, it's a couple days later, really like a couple weeks later, but it's all done and it's ready to for me to start seeding. So let's take a look at it. All right. So this is our first planter box that we started with. We've been planting in this area for about a couple years, and what I'll do is I'll post a couple pictures of what that garden looked like. All right. Then we'll just kind of gradually take a tour. And like you guys saw in the previous video, here's my one of my little planter, kind of like a, I don't know, barrel. And what we use these barrels for is we put flowers in there to help bring bees and, you know, to help pollinate our garden. And so we're going to have a lot. Now, this is my planter box that's in the shade, as you can see. Right now, it's afternoon or early afternoon, and it gets a lot of shade. A lot of shade in the winter, and then in the summer when the sun changes position, it gets more sunlight, but not that much. So this is my shaded box. Okay, now these are the two boxes. Remember, I told you I had to get finished. I got them complete. So what I do with these is there's rocks that we had, and I like keeping the rocks. So I didn't clear the rocks out. I just put the planter box on top of the rocks, and then what I did was put, I think I want to say about 4 inches of dirt, and then the rest is soil to bring it up to the level where it is now. So I got that one done. And then again, another flower pot that we put flowers in to help for pollination. And then this is my big garden box. I'm kind of excited about this one. Again, same process as that one I did for this one. As you can see, both of these get a lot of sunlight. So it'll get, sunlight pretty much all through the day. So these will be my planting areas for full sunlight. Of course, my last planting barrel for flowers to help pollination. So, guys, that is all of my planting area, or planting, I don't know what you want to call them. Jesus, I can't think right now. Planting boxes. Those are my planting boxes in my planting area that I plan on using this year. One thing that I do with my planting boxes before I get started is, now that I have all the dirt and everything in it, I don't know if you noticed, it looked like it was kind of wet. I'll come out and I'll water these planting boxes for the next couple of weeks while I'm starting my seedlings. And then once my seedlings go through germination and ready to be planted, it helps for me. It seems like it helps to help, with growth. I don't have to use as much water. That area that I'm using is nice, and it's got, water sitting in it, and it just helps with growing overall. All right, guys. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get over. I know y'all just saw that. It's 0. All right. It's 0. Heineken 0. No alcohol. But anyway, what we're going to do now is go ahead and I'm going to show you how I do my seeding and how I start my germination process. So let's go in the garage and start that process. Welcome to my garage, everybody. All right, as you can see, I got everything laid out. And what I want to do is go over how I do my seedling process, how I start my seed. All righty, so what you see here is seeds laid out, and they're laying out on bags that I've already tried doing seeding them on the 26th of December, and these were seeds that did not germinate. So basically what I did was went online, I found a company called Valley Green, and they had pretty good reviews about their seeds. So I ordered a batch of their seeds. I got a variety of seeds. roughly about about $19, and it was delivered in 24 hours. And so basically what I'm going to do with those seeds is the bags that I had already started from that old batch, I'm just going to dump these seeds in those bags and not really have to prep them. I'm just going to put them in there and see what happens. But what I want to do is explain to you how I do my seedling process. All right. So the first things that you're going to need is go down to the dollar store and get yourselves some small baggies. All right. These are not full sandwich bags. I don't know why I spun that around. Like you can't see through it. But anyway, these are half sandwich bags and they work great. They're perfect. So you're going to get a half sandwich bag. Then what you want to do is napkins or paper towels. I like to use paper towels. My wife, what she buys is the paper towels that you can get a half sheet like this, right? And then what I do is take that half sheet, fold that in half, get my scissors, all right? I fold that in half, I cut it, all right, I'm gonna cut that. Then essentially what you're gonna do is fold it in half again, all right? Fold that in half again like that, okay? Then what you're gonna do is take this, put it inside the bag like that, right? Now, this is where the technique that I found this technique online. I've not really on YouTube, and I use it and I was like, man, this is great. Now, I know you guys have seen people germinate seeds where they take the napkin, right? The paper towel, wet it down, put the seeds in the paper towel, they fold it, right? Fold it, fold it again, and then they put it in the bag, okay? Right? They stick it in the bag, and then they take that bag and then they put it on the shelf, and then they come back and check it in however many germination days it is, if it's 6 days to 10 days to a couple of weeks. They come back, they grab that bag, and now it's time to check it, right? So what they then end up doing is, well, okay, I'm going to open the bag, take out my napkin, and then I start unfolding it. All right. And then if you have small seeds with small roots, well, when those roots start germinating, what they do is embed themselves into the paper towel. So what happens is when you open that paper towel up to see if you got seeds that germinate, you could run a risk of tearing the roots from the seeds and destroying your germinated seed. What I like to do is I do mine like this, okay? I wet my paper towel, and once I wet my paper towel, I'll show you one that I got already done. I'll write what it is that I'm germinating, and then I put the date on it to show, how long it is. But when I do my seeds, I don't put my seeds on this side, because this is going to be the side that when I lay it on my warming mat, I lay it face down. When I come, I can look, I could be like, oh, that's basil, or oh, that's collard, or oh, that's corn. But when it comes time to check it, all I have to do is pick it up and turn it over. And as you can see, this was my basil from the 26. I've planted this already. This is already in the second phase, but I wanted to save some of my germinated seeds to show you how this process, how awesome it is. So what happens is now it's time for me to check this, right? I can turn it over and I can see the germination. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to get closer and bring it in to you and see if you can see it. Here, I'm going to hold that right there. And if you can see the roots on it, right? That started germinating. Now, it's time for me. So now when I want to check this seed, what I did, I laid this down, the roots grew out, and because I laid it face down, instead of them embedding into the paper towel, they went to the plastic. So now when it comes time for me to check these, I can open it up, right? And then if you look right in there, I can take my tweezers or whatever utensil that you have, and I can pull out my germinated seed and plant it without damaging the roots. So that's why this process, that's why I like it. If you want, maybe try it and see how it happens. But I think you're going to like it. I totally, I was able, because before I ran into that problem, I would try to germinate seeds. And then what would happen is when it comes, I'm like, oh man, I unfold it. I'm like, oh, I split the seed, or I damaged it somehow. So what I'm going to do now is get the rest of these seeds that I have up here. I'm going to get the seeds all bagged, get them redated. Now, what I'm going to do, as you see, the ones what I got on my bags, they're labeled. Well, that's a bad one because I got a label on both sides of that one. So I'll take this one right here, right? So it's labeled on one side. And then what I'm going to do is just, like I said, I'm just going to add seeds to these bags and see what happens. I'm going to just add them over the top of the ones that's still in there. I don't see a reason why I need to go and create brand new bags. As I'm going, I don't know if I may end up taking the old seeds out and putting new ones on. I don't know. Once I get going, it just depends on how I feel like doing it. But so what do I have that I'm planting today? All right. First thing that I'm going to be, the items that I'm trying to germinate today, as you can see, I got peppers, sweet corn, Georgia Southern collard greens, cherry tomatoes, okra, cabbage. Here in the Southwest, you can't do anything without cilantro. Got some spinach. I forgot to put my green onions, so this one bag will have green onions. Got my lettuce, some broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and last, cucumber. Now, and then, I'm sorry, not last, then down here, turnips. Okay, so you ask, I know there's a lot of videos out on gardening. How do you know what to plant? There's a website, it's like an almanac, planting almanac, that you can go on, and it will tell you exactly what time of year to start planting, to start sowing seeds indoors, when you can transplant them from indoors to outdoors. It'll also give you information. Another thing you need to know is what zone that are you in. There's different zones, right? And in those zones, it's different time of year that you can grow certain crops, and and depending on that zone, some crops you can't grow at all. So do your research. Again, I'm not a professional gardener. Nothing that I do on my channel is professional. This is just the way that I like to do it. And so far, a lot of the ways that I've been doing it have been great to me. All righty. So right now, what I'm going to get into is getting these bagged up and getting them relabeled. And then once we get them bagged up and we get labeled, then we'll go over to my grow tank and get them laid out on the heat pads. And at that point, the clock starts, and we can see if we can get some of these seeds to germinate. All right, let's get to work. All right, gang, I got them all bagged up, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is go and get these in the tray. All right, gang, that's it. Pretty simple, but very effective. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this process. And I'll be doing a follow-up video on the seedlings and let you know how everything turns out. I want to thank everybody that have subscribed to my channel, helping us reach my goal of 100. I'm way past that and feel like we're off and running. So thank you all, man. Again, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button right now. What this is all about is about positivity and good energy and just my journey on trying to become a homesteader. So again, thank you all. I look forward to doing another video and spending time with you again. So that's going to be it for the Golden Spear Homestead this week. I have plans on getting back up to the land within the next couple of weeks. As you all know, the last time that I was up there, a water line broke underneath the sink and I have to get that patched up. And I got a new tip for you on how to patch that. So if you have an RV with PEX B piping, you don't want to miss that episode. So until then, be blessed, be happy, take care of one another, right? Remember, we all we got. Till the next time, peace.